Sunday Night Football, the Kansas City Chiefs are traveling to New York to take on the red-hot Russell Wilson, coming off a 400-yard passing game, nearly a 500-yard passing game against the Dallas Cowboys. Dalton, where are we starting with this one?
We're going to start with Russell Wilson, and we're going to start with the fact that through 2 weeks, I've mentioned this before, the Chiefs are not rushing the passer at all. They have the third worst pass rush grade in the NFL, and Russell Wilson, even at his age, has proven if you give him enough space in the pocket and he can step into his throws, he can make those vertical throws. We saw it last week with 450 yards, right? We had the huge game against Dallas. They just didn't get any stops, and then the one interception at the end, it is what it is. That was his one mistake the entire game, but Russell Wilson in clean pockets right now, 82.8 passing grade, 8.9 yards per attempt, 6 big-time throws. This was the whole reason you signed him, right? As the bridge to Jackson Dart was Wilson's a vertical passer. It's the opposite of what they had last year with Daniel Jones and Tommy DeVito and all the other guys who were playing last year. They can get vertical. Malik Nabers has speed. Wan'Dale Robinson has speed. If you put Jalen Hyatt out there, he's got vertical speed to work with. Russell Wilson, if he's clean, he's going to chuck it downfield on you. 10.5 yard average depth of target in a clean pocket, second highest in the NFL. We know what he's going to do. He just needs time to do it. So far through 2 weeks, the Chiefs have given opposing quarterbacks too much time to work with. Obviously, the Chargers and the Eagles' offensive lines are better in pass protection than the Giants. If the Chiefs can't rush the passer in this game, then I have major, major concerns about their defense, especially up front.
You know, when we look at the Kansas City Chiefs, if we go back to last year, to 2024, yes, they had a really good record. Yes, they made it to the Super Bowl. And I don't mean to say that as if it's a nothing accomplishment. It's a very impressive accomplishment, especially to get there 3 years in a row. But it just didn't feel like we had the confidence in the Chiefs offense outside of just saying Mahomes and Andy Reid are just going to be unstoppable as a duo. And the reason why is because last year they couldn't run the football. And this year, Dalton, to start the year, they can't run the football. And this year they're 0-2 because of it. And we knew that they would regress to the mean, with winning all those one-score games last year. But this is something that has been a constant over the last 2 years. They're 27th in team rushing grade so far through 2 games at a 60.1. They're 27th in EPA per rush, and they are 31st in total rushing yards. Last year was the same. And then if you go back in time a little bit to when the Chiefs were really just this feared offense around the NFL, in 2023, they were middle of the pack. They were right around 15th or 16th in basically all of those categories. Well, total rushing yards, they've always been a little bit lower. But efficiency marks, so PFF rushing grade, and especially EPA per rush, they were right around the middle of the pack. In 2022, they were top 10. In 2021, they were top 12. So when the Chiefs offense has been good, they're running the football. I know we want to sit here and we want to talk about, they don't have Rashee Rice, they don't have Xavier Worthy, like they got to get it going in the passing game, all this kind of stuff. They have to run the football. Last year, they were not as feared as they had been in the past because they could not run it. They were very one-dimensional. And Patrick Mahomes, he's been fantastic with his legs. He has really helped out the rushing attack, but specifically just from their halfbacks, from the guys that are out of the backfield. They have not been explosive. They have not been efficient. It's been a major reason why you feel like you have a chance against this team. And it's a major reason why the Kansas City Chiefs, which again was a team that made 3 Super Bowls in a row last year, was in 12 one-score games because they can't run the football. They have to be able to run the football in this game and just moving forward, regardless of Rashee Rice coming back, Xavier Worthy coming back, any of that. If they can't run the football, I don't think they make it back to the Super Bowl, and I don't think that they make it. I don't think they make it to the AFC Championship game if they can't if they run the football like they did last year, which looks exactly what they're doing this year. It's just no different for them. So I think that lack of run game for the Chiefs is really what we need to be talking about the most with Kansas City when it comes to a drawback from them getting back to the AFC Championship game, winning their division again, and getting back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. The stat that continues to stick with me because they didn't get one this past week either. In their last 10 games, Chiefs running backs have one run of at least 15 yards. One. So, I mean, you mentioned it, the lack of explosiveness. Everyone talks about the receiver injuries and Rashee Rice's suspension and Travis Kelce slowing down, but they are also not explosive on the ground. The only guy who's getting anything done on the ground is Patrick Mahomes, and that's always in scramble situations where right now, Patrick Mahomes is trying to will this team to wins the way he normally has to in big games or in the playoffs or in a Super Bowl. That really, even as great as he is, it's hard to do that for 17 weeks and then get into the postseason and try to do it for another 4 or 5 weeks. So it's tough right now for this Chiefs team. And to me, obviously they have a lot to figure out, and he's just trying to will them through it.
Who do you have winning this game?
Despite all of that, it's just so hard to quit him, Trevor.
Yeah,
It's
I'm not gonna bet against Chiefs.
It's just so hard to quit him. I will say, to me, it's an extremely must-win game for the Chiefs. They just have to find a way to get out of this one with a win.
Mm-hmm.
And the Giants, yes, they're 0-2, but the place is going to be loud. They're going to be believing the Chiefs are vulnerable. That defensive line, Dexter Lawrence against Creed Humphrey, you can't get a better matchup than that. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. This is the week they need Chris Jones to be Chris Jones, and they need this defensive line to be better. If they can do that, I think they can win one of their usual ugly one-score games, 20-17.
I have it 23-17 as well. So pretty much that same one-score game. I just have it as a 6-point margin instead of a 3-point margin.